go, bro. This is why you watch this show.
Yep.
It's a goal!
We got some trades here, boys.
Mm-hmm. There is one thing I have to ask you before we begin, and I know it's not a question you want to answer. What the fuck happened here, dude?
Oh man,
what is this, brother?
No,
the
last
Pirates can't ban hit for shit. What happened here?
Last year, Pride Month was really good for the Mets. We turned it around. Grimace threw out the first pitch, and then the gay Mets took over. This year, the gay Mets aren't as good. They're the lol Mets, and they got the shit kicked out of them. They had an injury. What's his name? They lost a starting pitcher, Griffin Canning.
Fucking blew out his
Achilles right there on the mound in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just started lobbing the ball underhand to the Pittsburgh Pirates. They were just hitting the ball out of the park. Holy shit. Y'all beat us by a margin of 11, 7, and 8.
I don't know how you do that. The Pirates can't hit for shit. That's the problem.
Mets are bad. On Bobby Bonilla Day, and then that's how we transition to Bobby Bonilla Day is by losing, I think it's 10 out of the last 15, something like that.
Oh.
Mets have been very bad. Yep.
Woof.
It's very lol Mets here, everybody. But before we get into anything more substantial, I want to say we are playing the Portland Pickles on July 27th. Nick Kovac is coming. And we are raising money for charity. So we set up a merch site.
Association.
Yeah, we don't want you to just donate for nothing. We set up a merch site. There's cool stuff in there where you can buy an autographed nameplate. You can buy jerseys. You can wear Melon Heads gear. And yeah, Nick. And we are well short of our fundraising goal. We're only trying to raise $1,500, and we're not even fucking close. So whatever you guys can do, buy a shirt, buy the cheapest thing. You can get a melon head.
Looks like we got to break some thumbs. That's what I'm thinking. What's happening here?
I'm staking the $1,500 of my own money.
Oh, don't worry. I'll throw some money in there for you, dude. Don't worry.
No.
All of it in there for you. Come on.
I want our fans to be decked out in Melon Heads gear. This shit is dope. Here, hold on. I want to share the screen real quick. Nick designed all this.
Nick did a good job. Yep.
Yeah. And
it's not AI.
Yeah, it's dope. Like this t-shirt. Look at this dude right here. He's a little shady. You can get your number put on the back. You can get 69 put on the back.
Nice.
We got this you got this replica jersey. That the eye thingy is not. I don't know why that's messed up there, but that's not how his eye looks. But it would be.
He's wearing a monocle. It's a monocle.
Yeah, it's a monocle thingy. I don't know if Nick can fix that. You can get the autographed plate.
Yeah,
Nick, I think you undercharged though. $25.
Yeah,
$99.
I mean, we got to get a real
for urinating trees autograph. That should be worth at least $100.
No, it's negative $100. I mean, you should be paying me. I should be paying these guys $100.
We got all this shit here. Look at this. We got socks. Ooh, you can wear these while you're tagging your girl.
We got fancy socks. Mm-hmm.
Little Melon Heads license plate.
I might actually have to do that.
A custom pop socket. You stick that in your butthole and pop your little socket. Got all this stuff here.
You would.
I like this thing. The tumbler is dope.
Yeah.
Those
wonderful Stanley Cups.
Yes, please get gear. Please support the mission so that we can buy uniforms. DS Army's coming. Or DS Arm. Dan Sarmiento. Enjoy the show. Mm-hmm. The fucking RBT is going to be there. We're going to have ourselves a time.
RBT, a.k.a. Scarlett. She's getting a lot of hype.
A.k.a. Go ahead.
Yep. Giraffe Neck Mark's going to be back.
Yeah, Mark
Chiseled
is going to be back.
Adonis.
Yeah, Chiseled's coming back. It's all love. So I hope you guys enjoy and you buy the someone to get
Ooh,
interested.
interesting question. I mean, honestly, it's not the White Sox anymore. It's the Rockies. The Rockies are worse at Tavio. So the question is,
terrible.
I mean, that's tough, man. I think the Rockies pull it out, though.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Mets getting shit piped, which we happened. Then there's the Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, actually, it was the Jalen Ramsey trade. Were you happy when you heard you got Jalen Ramsey, and then were you upset when you heard it cost you Minkah?
Honestly, I'm like kind of about it. Like, I'm not hating the deal, but it's just how much does Jalen Ramsey have left in the tank? That's my real question. I'm not really against trading Minkah because he hasn't really been the same player the last couple of years. He hasn't had that high-end impact you expect with the salaries he's had. And there were also a lot of rumors that he was the one responsible for a lot of the stuff, so they're using him as a scapegoat. But I think the thing is, you're more or less just trying to figure out, okay, you hope that things get fixed. Like, my question is, what happens at safety? Do you move Darius Slay over there? Do you sign Juan Thornhill? Do you make him your safety? I don't know. But the real concern I have is with Jonnu Smith. Not as a player, but the problem is Arthur Smith's going to overuse the shit out of him. Jonnu Smith is his version of crack. It is just nonstop. It is just endless Jonnu Smith. And we already have Pat Freiermuth. You have Connor Hayward. I mean, you're going to use Jonnu Smith as like a tight end and two sets and a fullback, but that's Connor Hayward's role. You have Darnell Washington, Donald Parham towards Achilles. He's out for the year. And I feel like they're trying to go all in, but they're rearranging deck chairs. It's like we're going to make ourselves the oldest team and hope things go okay. But now you still don't have a wide receiver too, and you've got to figure out how to pay TJ Watt. And I think it's going to be Allen Lazard.
How unshocking that Arthur Smith lobbies and gets Jonnu Smith on the team. Like,
you knew that was completely
unshocking.
That was coming.
I think that was more obvious than Aaron Rodgers coming to the team, and now you got both. Also, okay, I got your thoughts there. Also, Aaron Rodgers has pretty much said this is his last year. What are your thoughts on that? We didn't get
I'll
to
believe
talk
it when
about
I
that
see it
last
happen. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers last year should have been last year because he wasn't good. But I mean, if you remember Brett Favre's last year, it was sad.
Yeah. Brett Favre's
41
last year,
still off a torn Achilles, and like Brett Favre had that concussion.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't the same after that. But I mean, Brett Favre was still pretty dominant the year before. Rodgers, not really. I mean, unless it was against bad defenses, but for the most part, he'd get wrecked.
You got that Brett Favre. That Brett Favre, he drops back, he passes. So, yeah, did you guys not draft a safety at all?
We didn't really draft a safety. I mean, we didn't expect to. We drafted defensive tackle, running back, and like inside linebacker, defensive tackle, quarterback, and a couple projects, but no safeties. We did sign Juan Thornhill, and we have Deshaun Elliott back. But question is, I still think Darius Slay maybe your slot corner. You might move Beanie Bishop over there because Jalen Ramsey, they're going to use him as like not as a number one. They're going to use him as more of like a gadget player, as a slot corner, maybe like a 1 or 2, more or less as a safety valve. Jalen Ramsey's not what he was. He's not the same player, but he can still do a job. My thinking is it might be more like a Pat Pete in 2022 situation. Like he's not like going to be an elite corner, but he may be able to hold his own for a year or so. Like the extension he got in raise is pretty much a year guarantee. So if it doesn't work out,
seems like Jalen Ramsey was once the guy. It seems like the reign of being the best corner in the league is like shorter than being a UFC champion. You get like 3 years,
5-ish years.
Oh, 5 years.
Jalen was really good from 16 to 21, 22.
Yeah,
23 he wasn't too bad last year, but last year he was showing his wear. He's 30, going to be 31 in October.
Before that, it was Josh.
Tough.
Yeah, before that it was Josh Norman. Before that it was Darrell Revis.
Pat Pete.
Pat Pete had his time.
Yeah.
And
Sauce Gardner and Derek Stingley, there are going to be moments where they're going to fall apart in about 5 years. It's just how it goes.
Yeah,
It's a brutal position.
it's very brutal. And you're just getting beaten up by guys. Like, guys are slapping each other. Stephon Gilmore, yeah, he had a good run.
Yeah, Gilmore
I mean,
actually had some good years. He still plays a decent role.
yeah.
Like, he's
But
not like great anymore, but he's still like a pretty solid corner.
As you get older, you just don't have that back acceleration that you have when you're younger.
You lose your speed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. There was another trade. I don't know if you saw this. Keandre Miller traded to the Carolina Hurricanes for a 1 and a 2.
Yep.
And they get Scott Morrow. Now, listen, I'm not happy. I'm watching the Rangers trade away a lot of their talent that got them to the conference semis. But if you ask me, a 1 and a 2 for Miller is a fleecing.
He had a down year this past year. I mean, the thing is, he did get an extension. Keandre Miller, I believe, got – let me see if I can find it here because he does have an extension. I think it is – yep, 8 years, $60 million. So he is getting about like little under $8 million a year.
So then they signed him. Yeah, they signed him. There was no way they were going to sign to an 860. And so they just let him walk, and they get rid of Trouba, the elbow. But the problem is like, who's going to play defense next year? Scott Morrow is going to start on defense. Like, they don't have anybody.
The Rangers did sign a couple guys on defense. The big guy they signed was Vladislav Gavrikov, who's a shutdown defenseman, second pairing guy. 7x7. I thought he was going to get 9 on the open market. So $7 million, it's a decent deal. It's the highest paid deal in the NHL right now because the second highest is Cody Ceci with 8. Ryan Lindgren and Cody Ceci and Tanner Jeannot. It's not much. I mean, unless you count Mitch Marner, but he was a sign-in trade.
Yeah, just because of the dollar amounts the highest doesn't make it the best signing. I mean, I hope he's all right. I'll be watching him next year. It's him and Schneider back there. Okay, like the Rangers are gonna have a tough time holding down.
Would you rather have paid Ryan Lindgren 4.5 or 4?
Fuck no.
God no.
No. Lindgren's solid. Don't get me wrong.
There's some bad deals, but Lindgren, he's a buy low candidate, and you're paying that much for him. Tanner Jeannot got $3.5 million for 5 years. Dumoulin got 4x3. Cody Ceci got $4.5 million. Like, there's nothing out there right now, man. Nothing.
Yeah. Who else? Ekblad's coming back to the Panthers.
Yep, Ekblad, Marchand, and Sam Bennett. All 3 are coming back.
Who said that Corey Perry signed with the Kings?
Yes, Corey Perry did sign with the LA Kings. The Corey Perry Invitational, Edmonton has been broken. Ceci and Dumoulin both there too. Armia, Ken Holland is doing Ken Holland things. And it's hilarious because, dude, I feel like the Kings fans are always going to hate Corey Perry no matter what.
Yeah. He was a Duck for a long time. Now they're going to the finals, though, right? Doesn't Corey Perry have some crazy streak?
Yep, the Corey Perry Invitational. Yep. So they did that to beat Edmonton. Maybe that's their version of the Invitational.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's possible. Anything's possible in hockey. All right, let's get to the Supers. I don't hate the Miller trade, honestly. Like, at first I was like, we traded Miller, but he was at the end of his contract year, or he was coming up for a contract, and we got a first and a second. And a lot of people were thinking that we'd get nothing for him.
Yeah, well, he was an RFA, so you would have gotten draft picks, but this is roughly the return they get. They just added Scott Morrow to the deal.
Well, they got Scott Morrow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Penguins made
he was
going to
play.
moves.
He was going to play his last year as an,
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like Miller was on the outs anyway.
Oh, they were pissed off at him in that playoff run. He was bad. He's a turnover machine. He's not great at possessing the puck. He's great.
Carolina's trying to break out of it.
Well, Brindamore's system should help him out. Like, because look what they did with Brady Shea. Like, Brady Shea had the same problems, and they've seemed to manage that in Carolina. I think Miller will be fine under Brindamore's system. But the second that he pinches and leaves the zone early for some bullshit because he's not fucking confident, he's going to get exposed or yelled at. But he's still a solid NHL player.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely that. Let's go with James Tillinghast for 5. Yo, Fives, what happened, man? Getting swept by Trees Pirates and outscored 30-4. Lol Mets returns with a vengeance.
We need Grimace.
Beautiful. Go Dodgers.
You know,
it's beautiful.
You know how they put up the bat signal? We need a Grimace signal. So,
Grimace signal, you need the Jose Iglesias signal. You need all the
my God. Yeah, we need all the signals. We need Marco Vientos, Brett Beatty to do something. Fucking.
Yeah, you need Bobby Bonilla to whip out a big check.
What was it? 2 weeks ago, Luis Angel Acuna, Francisco Alvarez, and Mark Vientos were all in AAA. They're either rehabbing or assigned there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
MKI. I see you. Some grimaces. Grim. Mm-hmm.
And it looks like
are you happy playing this Pong?
Yes.
Also, we didn't talk about Bobby Bonilla Day, but I'm sure someone will mention it in the.
Yep. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day to all who observe. Also known as Chris Davis Day. Also known as Rick DiPietro Day. Also known as
Junior.
Has a ton of deferred payments. Brett Saberhagen Day. I think Ichiro has deferred payments.
Wow.
Also known as the future Juan Soto Day or the future Xander Bogaerts Day.
Well, also, Shohei Ohtani's already got deferred payments.
Yep, he's getting deferred payments back, and Shohei Ohtani Day will be in like 2040.
Could you imagine that someone wants to pay you so bad that you can accept it when you're like 40, 50 years old to just get your money? You know,
I mean, Shohei's only getting $2 million from the Dodgers. I mean, he's probably making more than that in endorsements in Japan alone.
Gosh, I would love to have a job that I had 20 years ago that was still paying me today.
Oh, dude, I think we all did, man. It's like, I think we all would. Jared Froman, NHL free agency so far has been like the 2025 Pittsburgh Rat Pies. Lackluster, uninspiring, and in need of a spark. Well, everyone got signed. That's the problem.
Did you do your shit extravaganza?
Yeah, I did.
Nothing exciting happened?
Nothing. Brock Besser got brought back by the Canucks. That's the biggest surprise. Nikolai Ehlers is still the big free agent remaining, but he's probably going to be waiting until tomorrow or Thursday to make his decision. Mikael Granlund got signed by the Ducks, and more or less, I think more the deals are going to be RFA-wise. So, Will Cooley got re-signed by the Knicks. Marner was earlier. He's technically a sign-in trade. And the only reason why it was a sign-in trade because Vegas was pretty much openly tampering with him from the start of last offseason. So, I mean, Toronto would have filed a complaint. The NHL would have sicked heavy fines and suspensions on Vegas and Marner. That's why they gave them Nick Waugh as like, okay, here, shut up.
Yeah. Boy, the Leafs had been trying to get rid of Marner for a while, if you ask me.
Not really. They wanted to keep him.
Come on. I don't think so. I think they were sick of his ass. I think they were like, fuck you, Mitch Marner. Fucking playoff choker. Yeah. Whatever.
Ruben Cardenas. So, Baldy's little Mets get stomped in the nuts by Trees Bucks, and Stillers make questionable trades. Guess both of you are coping and seething. Oh, dude, I have been doing that about the Steelers nonstop for about a year.
You are coping and seething.
You can't believe what you're seeing.
I mean, I can't believe it either. I'm just coping nonstop.
That song is
ever since Aaron Rodgers was rumored to be going to Steelers. I've been coping nonstop. You kidding me?
I love that song. It's so good.
21st century Shizoid man. The FIFA Club World Cup is madness right now. Man City losing to some Saudi club with over-the-hill athletes. I saw they were tied last night. I didn't think they won. Wow.
Yeah, the FIFA Club World Cup. It's in America, right?
I think so, yes.
It's happening here, yes.
Mm-hmm. Espy is here, member for 8 months. Thank you, brother. We bring out the Jeebus for you. Hail, Jeebus. I'm not ready for days of our Steelers this fall. I'm not either, man. I'm not ready for days of our Steelers. You fucking kidding me? And St. Louis and Pittsburgh tied at 0, which means Paul Skeens is going to not have yet another win because the Steelers can't fucking hit for shit when he's on the mound. Christopher Stilstad, what time is the Melon Heads versus Pickles game? I'll be in the area. I might show up. I'll get to see some winning baseball, unlike the Mariners.
It's
I mean,
at
the Mariners, you have big
6:05. Yeah.
6:05 Pacific?
6:05 start time Pacific. So probably, I don't know, the gates might open at 4 or something, you know.
Yeah. I know we'll be there around like 12, 1 o'clock getting ready, warming up, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get ready with them.
Yeah.
You know.
The only thing, as I said, I wish they had a locker room for us to change in like in Burlington, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Where you could watch each other shower, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I take giant shits. You would like that, you sick son of a bitch.
No, we had to get dressed.
12. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, we had to get dressed at the Airbnb last time, you know, walking out with our baseball gear on.
Yeah, I didn't have my baseball gear on at the time. I had to get dressed in like a little tent because I realized, like, oh, crap, there's nowhere to change. I thought there'd be at least a bathroom.
All of you. I told everyone. There was a bathroom. It's just the bathroom was like concrete and shit. Yeah. I'm telling everyone in the group chat, get dress at your hotel or on the flight.
The only problem is that there are no pockets in baseball pants unless you're in the back, and it's kind of weird to drive in that. Should we bring
do you change at your men's league games? You don't show up with your
change at the game.
You put your pants on at your men's league games? You don't drive to your men's league game with your pants on?
Yeah, I have shorts on, and then there's a bathroom to change.
At your men's league games?
Yes.
Sus, dude. Why wouldn't you wear your pants out of the house? What are you, weird? What's wrong with you, dude?
Well, I mean,
you show up to the game with your sliding shorts on, and you just hang out in the dugout with your slideys on, and then you just
not slideys, like I just wear gym shorts and then I change into my pants, dude. I change out into my pants, dude. No, in the bathroom. Dude,
there's not always a bathroom at these men's league fields. Where do you play? You got a bathroom?
Well, it's not a great bathroom, but there is a bathroom. It's one of those public fields.
Oh, we play around all.
Oh, don't worry. There's some dumpy fields we play in.
You better take your pregame shit at home if you're on.
Oh, don't worry. I do that. Oh yeah, we do that. And Smooth Criminal, as a Red Sox fan, my only hope at this point is that somebody overpays for Duran or Chapman at the deadline. You have fun with Aroldis Chapman? He is a gas can.
I think Chapman will get moved for sure. What is this? Scooter got cremated? What is going on? What is this story? I don't even know what's going on. Scooter got
straight cucked by his wife. I'm guessing that might be from clickbait on Thursday when he got destroyed.
Oh yeah. She told him that he had to.
It's not just that. Like, he was defending George Pickens by saying his like whole bullshit was in the past. It's like it's last fucking week, dude. How was that? And he was asking like, okay, if Jalen Hurts was the one doing this, would you defend him? And he said no, because it's That's sort of thing. He's defending George Pickens. I'm like, dude, he was being a bitch.
He's a Cowboy now. That's why he's defending him.
Mm-hmm. Bailey Reichert. My Rockets went from trading John Wall and then letting him go to KD and DFS in an offseason. We've come so far in 3 to 4 years. But that's what happens when you properly rebuild.
Sorry. Oh, Cody just ordered some merch. Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go. Cody's an MVP.
I'll bring out the Jeebus.
Let's go. Let's
Justin
go. You order
Ziegler.
some merch. You're my best friend.
9-8 Super Bowl. You can't days of our Steelers. I mean, I'm not looking forward to days of our Steelers. You kidding me? Life Upstead. Would love to go to Portland on the 27th, but my dad and I will be flying back to Seattle from Cooperstown that day. So hopefully I'll be at Bros versus Bros next year.
We might not do it next year in Portland. I got some other
Well, we're not doing it in Portland.
plans.
I think we're doing it in Burlington, right?
We might be doing
another
it in
place.
Burlington. Yes.
Yeah.
Probably Burlington. So this is the Melon Heads are like the new Savannah Bananas, except for
instead of like we do
there's
like
no
one,
real
maybe
reason
two.
to go.
Remember, we did 2 games a couple years ago. Then we did none last year, and then this year we're bringing it back, and we're gonna suck ass. Oh, I'm gonna suck so much ass. Do you know that? 5, you're going to be yelling at my ass. Beast of Metal,
I'm trying
1989
to
for
limit
10.
the damage. I'm
Let's
trying
see.
to limit
Coco
your
Golf.
damage.
Oh, dude, I'll do damage. Just not at the plate. I'll just do damage everywhere else. I'll just smack everything left and right. I'll throw bats. Pro Tennis's Lebronto Mapletrons. Seriously, how do you double fault 9 times against some Ukrainian scrub? That isn't I suck on grass. It's I'm as big a basket case as bitch Mark.
She got the yips. Got the yips, yo. 9 double
said it
fault.
was something about the pressures or something like that.
It's the yips, dude.
Yeah, but double faulting 9
Most people
times,
get
that's
the
not
yips.
professional.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Schroeder, Tree Love the O's video. Please look into their marketing department and blast them next hubris and incompetence. Not even Angelos was this bad. I think from what I'm reading, they're trying to do what the Pirates do in intermissions. Like the Orioles didn't really have much of an intermission show when we did it. They're just trying to get the kinks out of it, it seems like.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
dude, running a
Cardinals.
major league, doing promotions and making things interesting is tough. It's tough. You know, if you're the Rockies, what do you do between innings? Do you do the 999 challenge with all of your constituent, you know, with your fans? Just make it a thing. You know what the 999 challenge is?
No, I don't.
It's 9 innings, 9 beers, 9 hot dogs. After every inning ends, you chug a full beer and eat a hot dog. By the 7th inning, you're so fucking hammered.
Oh, you're knocked out shit.
Actually, by the 5th inning, you're pretty drunk and full.
Yeah.
It
depends on what kind of beer it is. Are you talking like Coors Light or are you talking like a beer? Like
it's like Bud Light.
Heavy.
It's like beer Bud Light. It's like ballpark, like a 12 ounce would be fair, right? Like you can't expect
you were talking
someone
like a
to
16 or
to
something
slap,
like that.
yes, to slap tall boys at fucking.
Yeah, if you're tall boys, you're going to be
for
knocked
the
out by inning 4 or
999.
5. I mean, if you have nothing to eat, good Lord, you're done.
I don't know if Sir Yacht did it at SB, but I know College Burnout did it, and he was fucking hammered, and he was like vomiting in the bathroom at the end. I would do the 999 challenge, but it would be 9 bong hits and 9 hot dogs, and I would eat probably more than 9 hot dogs, but I don't know if I could do 9 bong hits. Like that's a lot.
We've seen you with a bong hit, man. I mean, dude, you would be you'd be out of it by inning 2. Trust me, we've seen you high, dude. It's not
3rd inning. I would be like, "What is this challenge?"
Yeah, your inning would be like,
"What are you talking about?" I wouldn't even know what we were doing. I'd be like, "Oh shit, I'll eat some hot dogs." Yeah, and then I would just eat hot dogs, and by the 4th inning, I'd be sleeping behind the bleachers. I'd just be like,
yeah, you would. That's the thing. We've seen you high.
That's the great thing about the 999 challenge. If it's bong hits, then you just don't complete it because everyone knows you're not going to complete it. Like there's no way you could take 9 bong hits in one fucking night. Rookie 17, it is your birthday. Let's go. How old are you, buddy?
Happy birthday, brother.
Let's go.
Let's go.
People have had birthdays on this show. People have come out on this show.
We've had people come out on this show. We've had people announce their proposals, jobs, announce death, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We've had some big announcements on the show, man.
Yeah.
We did have somebody come out on the show.
I've threatened it was Overstreet. I've threatened to show people my butthole on this show. So
you do that every week, dude. You do that every week.
Listen, if we
that's nothing special. You're talking about, I'm gonna show my butthole. It's like, dude, nobody wants to see your butthole. And secondly,
this is a lie.
I'd like to come out as straight.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's still in the closet.
My friend, you are as straight as this coil. Very straight.
All right, keep reading the supers before we
Toby
both get
Warren
canceled.
For 5 pounds. Perry has left Edmonton. Can we have a Stanley Cup replay? I mean, you've lost a lot of guys. I mean, Connor Brown's gone. Evander Kane, that cancer, you were able to trade him for a 4th round pick, which is shocking. You also lost Jeff Skinner. He's a free agent. Yep. 5 more orders, and Adam will go see the stream. Oh, dude, I'm leaving if you're doing that shit.
I'll do it.
An over-enthusiastic intern, Caleb, has gifted a membership. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Let's do it.
Yep, Beast of Metal 1989. Ramsey may be the epitome of a name brand after private equity bought its parent company with leverage, but when was the last time Fitzpatrick was single-handedly keeping the secondary from insolvency? That's why I'm not that angry about Minkah leaving. Because it's
when you got him, he was good.
Oh, he was. But over the last year or two, he's been eh.
Yeah.
Like Jalen, I mean,
been-
you're trying to get like fresh starts for new guys and see if they can jump it. I think that's the thing you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Minkah and Jalen, Jonnu, it's just because more or less that they were having contract issues and they were
Whose idea was it to hire Arthur Smith? Why is it that you guys don't ever try to innovate? Or
we don't try. I mean,
new?
Everyone's saying the Steelers are all in. I don't see it. What's happening is they're trying to go old and like jam the same shit and like the square pegs, like Aaron Rodgers and an Arthur Smith system. I don't think that's going to work out too well. You don't have a wide receiver too. You have questions at running back. You hope the 3rd round pick from Iowa does well. Jalen Warren stays healthy. What happens at tackle? Safety. And my question is like, what happens with TJ Watt? Because they don't seem to be close on the deal anytime soon too. And he's going to get over 40 because that's what happened with Myles Garrett.
How many minutes would Dan Campbell last in Pittsburgh as a head coach? Does it be 8 minutes?
Depends.
Maybe 9.
It depends.
There's no way they would put up with somebody that gambled that much. Like that.
We'd be
Dan
losing
Campbell
our shit. But Dan Campbell was the perfect storm in Detroit because he brought his own culture. He brought his own identity. He delegates to guys. Like he's not a Tomlin where he conserves a lot of power and wants to have full control. Like he allowed Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn a lot of leeway in what they did. He's more of a CEO type than he is like a mastermind. Like
he's a motivator. Yeah, he's not an the best X and O guy, but he's a risk taker for sure.
People run through walls for that fucking dude.
Yeah, they do.
Bragging rights sports. The only thing missing in that Orioles video was Journey to Rome Part 1 and the Big Bell Hells clip, given that those are Baltimore sports trademarks. I've used Big Bell Hells for Baltimore before. So that's why I didn't do it again.
We haven't talked about it. Justin Tucker got suspended. I don't think he comes back. I don't think he comes back.
It's like the Ray Rice.
Desperate?
Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, Cleveland is.
Hey, did you see that Deshaun Watson's taking Shedeur Sanders under his wing? It's like training day. Like he's going to nearly get him killed, and then Deshaun Watson's going to get shot up by drug dealers who he stiffed over one time. And Rico Costa, Pirates last 5 games, 37 runs. Tonight's game's pitching, 0 runs through 6. Go figure. Yeah, they can't score with Skeens. The only person that's more like snake bit is Mitch Keller. He finally got his 2nd win, I believe, about a week ago. He's 1-10. Some ridiculous. Bailey Reichert, lock up my Astros medical staff for Jordan. This is embarrassing. He suffered a major setback in rehab. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, Jordan Alvarez missing his big bat.
And Houston is leading their division, but still, it's not pretty.
That's a big bat.
You want sad. Ron Washington may have managed his last game in baseball. He had to leave for health issues.
Oh man, he did win a World Series though.
Yep, he got the final strike in Atlanta as our 3rd base coach. One of the best base coaches that the league's ever seen. I mean, Sam Lusk for 7. Milwaukee sold out Damian Lillard and possibly pissed off Giannis to get Miles Turner of all people. I mean, they needed a big. They got rid of Brook Lopez. I think the problem is Indianapolis is beside itself because they realize I don't know if they're getting back to the finals. Not with Tyrese Halliburton and not with Miles Turner. 2.0. Listen to Venga Boys on the way home today in celebration of Bobby Bonilla Day. Low Mets is eternal. Or should I say, Low Mets is eternal.
Do we have that clip? Bum, 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 bum.
I don't know, but we do have this one.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Excuse me, Mr. President. Mr. President.
It is even funnier the 2nd time.
We need more.
Yeah, we do. Quentin Johnston Jefferson Williams. I know I'm about 5 days late with this comment, but I didn't get to watch Clickbait Live. I just want to say I've never dropped the ball as bad as Scooter with his Pickens take. Not even close. Oh, dude. You should have been there for that. I know you were sick. I hope you're feeling better, dude.
No, thank you. I've just recovered.
Is it like one of those summer colds that's been going around?
Yeah. I spent the whole weekend with my girl. She didn't even get sick. Like, I was just like, what? Okay. It must have been specific to me, but it was rough. I had a sore throat, all that stuff.
Did it start out with an itchy throat?
Yep. like instantly.
Same thing I had. It was a
Yeah.
itchy throat, then evolves to runny nose, postnasal drip, and then it evolves into a cough. And it
Yep.
starts being productive, and it lingers for a long time.
Have you been
Same thing I had.
expectoring? Have you been coughing up mucus?
It was a dry cough for about a day, and then after it became expectant. I'm still coughing a little bit. It's still like not fully out of my system.
I got it from you, dude. You fucking dirty bitch.
Yeah, we got it transmitting super chats. Yes, we did. Totally.
Yep.
Totally.
You fucking
That shit's going. I think Tom had the same thing. But yeah, I'm speaking of about his pick and steak. Oh, dude, is like he had mentioned about like it's in the past. I mean, I know he's partially doing that to be a heel, but like, what are we doing here? It was last week.
Scooter, and then Shane cooked him, is what you're saying.
Oh, Shane destroyed him like nonstop. She was in the chat, and she was brought on the stream at the same time.
They let her be on the stream.
Yes.
Oh man.
That's why we mentioned about Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts was the one who did this, would you defend him? He said no.
At least Scooter's honest though. Like Scooter is at least come to terms with his confirmation bias.
Dude, if Adolf Hitler were a Cowboys fan,
a
Cowboys player, he would defend the shit out of him.
Yes, he would. He'd be like, "Hey, man, he made the train. He got the trains to arrive. He got the offense on schedule. Mustache. He won us a Super Bowl.
The refs are against us for invading Russia."
Vinny Rod sent this to me. He sent me. He was like, "Hey, I sent you another card. I'm sure you'll enjoy it." Danny Dirks, New York Giants card, Air Command. So this is functionally worthless. You could probably like tile your bathroom floor with this, but I did get a nice, funny laugh. Unless somehow Daniel Jones becomes a Hall of Famer, this card is worth nothing.
You dare slander Indianapolis Colts starting quarterback?
He is going to start
Danny
for
Dirks.
them too. They're going to be so bad.
Anthony
They lost
Richardson
their owner.
Is injured again, and he sucks.
They lost their owner, and now they.
His daughters are going to take over, so I think they'll be all right. Blaze 48-25. First Dayton gets bought out by Portland. Jimmy Haslam said, "Hold my beer," and bought out Damian Lillard's contract and stretched it for 5 years to sign Miles Turner for 4 years and $107 million.
Very Haslam.
Typical Haslam. And I was talking this over with Caleb. DeAndre Ayton might actually go to Indiana in a roundabout way. Remember, he was signed there as an RFA, but Phoenix matched it.
Oh, yeah. They want him somehow.
Yep. I mean, they do need a center. I think it would work out.
Remember, Cleveland is still good, by the way. Don't sleep on Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what if they get their shit together? Yeah. Indiana's not going to be in the way this time. I mean, not with Albert.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed about the TJ Watt trade rumors. It's never happening. I mean, I hope not.
There would be a Yinzer riot on downtown. They would all organize.
They'd all. If you want to go 4-13, you trade TJ Watt.
Who could you get for TJ Watt where you wouldn't be upset? Where you'd be like, oh okay.
Here's the problem. You're not going to get equal value in return. You might get a first-round pick if you're lucky, probably a second or a third, because you're going to have to pay TJ Watt. That's going to depress his value. He's in his 30s, so you're not going to get the Khalil Mack value for him. So the return's going to be underwhelming. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, what player could you even get? Like, who's a one-on-one 1v1 trade that for TJ
Terry
Watt?
McLaurin? But even then, is that value?
Well, you would trade Watt for McLaurin? Like,
I don't know what else you can get
for that. He is your entire. Maybe Hendrickson. Would you trade him for Trey Hendrickson?
But I mean, they're not going to trade in division. That's not happening.
Yeah, you're right. Would you take Max Crosby and a first-round pick?
I don't think the Raiders are going to do that.
That's a good comp, SB. Micah Parsons one straight up for TJ Watt. Would you do that?
I don't know how Scooter would feel about that one.
Micah Parsons straight up for TJ Watt.
If you agree to extension for both, they may do that.
Miles Garrett. That's a good one right there. Chicken. Miles Garrett for TJ Watt.
Cleveland's never going to do it. They just extended him. They're going to deal with too much dead cap. And Red Rhino 49.
Shador.
Ooh, here's an interesting story here.
Yes.
So Darren Waller's back in the NFL with the Fins. How long before he makes another cringy rap track? Yeah. How do you feel about
Minus
Darren
20
Waller
minutes.
coming back?
He was garbage as a Giant. He's not going to do anything of significance as a Fin. So he was already washed when he was a Giant. I am not.
Yeah, he was injured all the time as a Giant.
He was injured, but like he wasn't even effective when he was there. So when he was out there. So
Yeah,
he
that's the
doesn't
thing
play
that
as a
makes
tight end anymore. He's a non-blocking tight end, a wide receiver that's not as fast as he used to be. So I don't know what value he brings. He's not gonna. Yeah, I don't know how open he's gonna get when he doesn't move like he used to. We'll see. Maybe he's had a while to rest, though, for sure.
And Connor Akers, have you thought about doing a WNBA Caitlin Clark themed video? I have not. I have too many other things to do, unfortunately, before I get to that.
Yeah.
Got to figure out my next video. I'm thinking it might be
talk
NHL
about
free
the-
agency.
Yeah.
I want to do
the
some legacies of
injustice?
failure. And
What's up, Deb?
I mean, all the WNBA players just want to beat the shit out of Caitlin Clark for some reason. So
she does have kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
She has a chip on her
Instinctive.
shoulder, but they should leave
Yeah.
Caitlin alone.
All the WNBA players have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
They always have. Mets, you better get your shit fixed because otherwise, meet the Mets will be glorious.
Oh my
10 of
God.
15.
The
I mean,
Mets
dude,
don't
Frank the
make
Tank's
playoffs.
already having his meltdown. So
The weird thing is that Soto's finally hitting, and now they suck.
yeah,
And when he
Yeah.
was garbage, they were winning. So they've got a bunch of
couldn't tell you.
injuries, though. A bunch of injuries.
they'll figure it out.
Hopefully.
Ashley Atchinson. Hey guys, I really don't think the Bengals are going to commit to winning a Super Bowl. Will Joey B eventually request a trade? I think I mean, I don't know if he's going to request a trade, but once his contract expires, what happens there? Does he chest free agency? Does he get a trade there? Because he does have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Question is with the defense, with Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart.
Got a lot of question marks.
Yep, too many question marks.
You were this close. You were an Eli Apple pass defense from winning a Super Bowl.
Yep.
But we all knew it.
Zach Taylor would have been a Super Bowl champion, which is fucking hilarious.
Fucking
David
crazy.
the Ring, Watson mentoring Shador. Cleveland is still fucked. Dude, Shador's had 2 speeding tickets of over 30 miles per hour. It's called, hey, buddy, welcome to the Ohio Turnpike. There are cops every 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah. It's like Bill Cosby mentoring, Puff Daddy Combs. You know, just taking him under the wing. He's like got to get the baby oil.
It's P. Diddy mentoring Salento. Remember Salento?
Silento.
That guy? Yeah,
Yeah,
he murdered
yeah.
his cousin. He murdered his
didn't know
cousin
that.
like 5 years ago. He's in
Watch
jail.
me whip.
Yep.
Watch me nay.
It was such a terrible song, and it's
That
like,
was a
he
bad
killed his
song.
cousin.
Silento.
And
I always
Connor
thought he was
Akers,
talking about his silent toe. Everybody's toe is silent.
I don't know. Kelsey Plum ruined Darren Waller's career. I mean, Kelsey Plum's got a nice piece of ass, though.
She
Just
does.
saying.
Didn't he cheat on her? And that was.
I think so, yeah. And then they had that's what the rap album was about.
O.J. Simpson mentoring Aaron Hernandez. Let me show you. First, you gotta wear the gloves. So if they don't fit, you must have quit. Have you seen that a new Naked Gun is coming out with Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin?
I don't know
Take
how
my
that's going to
money.
be.
It's probably
I mean-
bad. All the remakes that they have done of it coming to America was bad. Ghostbusters was bad.
Yeah.
All these remakes of our childhood have been terrible, but this one,
Yeah.
it's really hard to mess up Police Squad. It's really, really hard.
The
to
question
mess
is, the
up.
problem is, I feel like a lot of stuff will be stuck in the 80s in terms of humor, and they'll have to modernize it, and that's going to be the problem.
No, it's always you just have to.
I've seen the ads. The only thing I've really chuckled at is them going after their fathers, and you see OJ,
Yeah.
and the dude's like, no.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That
That's
was
about it.
really funny. Nordberg. They even
Yep.
acknowledged the joke about Nordberg.
Yeah. And Christopher Bodden, hello FPG3, how you doing? I'm doing all right, man. We're just trying to get over some sickness, that's all. I can't wait for the Chiefs season, and more importantly, a fresh season of Days of Our Steelers. Christopher, I love you, but fuck you. What soap are the Giants? Ooh.
I don't. What are we? Days of Our Giants? No, it's not Guiding Giants. I don't know. The Bold and the Pitiful, something like that. Top Gun Maverick was good. I hear they're coming out with another one because
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick. That's the only one they did it right was Top Gun Maverick because they got Miles Teller and what's his name? The other people. All My Giants. That's it.
All My Giants, All My Rangers. The sequel there.
Genital Hospital. Genital Hospital. How about Genital Hospital? They just treat
now with more torn trash cans and free medium sodas.
Mm-hmm. Glenn Powell.
We got, speaking of which, we got one more 3 for 10. Is it possible for the Buccaneers to make the second NFC seed? Lions fall to third and Rams 49ers in fourth. Eagles are one for sure. And who will replace the Steelers in the playoffs? The Dolphins? No, I don't think the Dolphins. I think it would be
I got some bad news for you.
Lines.
I think the Bucs are going to have a drop off this year. That's my prediction. But remember, I'm never right. So
yeah, I don't think they're going to be second. I think they have a chance to win the division. It depends how.
Watch
Atlanta
some crazy team like Atlanta. Yeah, watch Atlanta win the fucking division. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think San Francisco is due for a bounce back. If anything, if the Steelers are replaced by anyone in the division, I would say probably maybe Jacksonville if Liam Cohen works out. Mm-hmm. But that's if Liam Cohen works out and doesn't do
Duval. Was the creepy dude Uche flipped like 4 times in his grave when he heard that.
Yeah, but Uche would be like, man,
he'd be like, who the fuck is this bitch ass motherfucker? What you saying, Duval, like that? You sorry? Let me go down there. I'll drive down there right now.
Oh, he would go down there.
He would. He'd be like, Liam. Yeah.
He would. He'd go down there with MJD, Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell, Mark Brunell, and all those guys. He'll bring in Fred Taylor, too. And he will tie him in a room and make him until he says Duval with passion.
Could you imagine you're just chilling with Fred Taylor and Uche and MJD and Fred Taylor's house just getting fucked up. Like fucking just getting hammered, and then you got to play a football game that weekend. Yeah, just playing cards and talking shit. All right, you ready for some? Oh, wait, we got one more super chat.
And Beast of Metal 1989. The Nats equals Aqua Teen Hunger Farce.
Hunger.
The only thing is I did the Puck Doku and Immaculate Grids on my stream. So
let's do them again.
Yeah, we'll do them on your end.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Because I said on mine, I already did baseball, football, and hockey.
Oh,
I said so I got a 72. I didn't really.
Well, maybe you can get some. Maybe you can.
Football, I did too. I missed.
You did it all.
I missed Cliff Averill, so that's why.
All right, a Met and a Yankee. There's Curtis Granderson. There
Grandy Man.
Robinson Cano. There is.
I mean, your easy one probably Todd Frazier. That was your easy one.
Yeah, Todd Frazier is an easy one. Gosh. Yeah, I forgot Bobby Cano.
Dwight Gooden, Darryl Strawberry.
Yeah, these are all David Cone.
Ones.
David Cone was a Met and a Yankee. I need somebody more.
Luis Severino, super easy.
Luis Severino. That one's not as popular. Was Sonny Gray?
He was not a Met.
He was not a Met. He was a Yankee. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Randolph. I'll go with Willie Randolph.
Willie Randolph is a good one.
Bam, 1%. Let's go.
Met St. Louis. I had Vince Coleman, but that's probably a little more popular than you expect. Fernando Tatis. The regular Fernando
was
Tatis was a Met. He was a Met. In the late 2000s.
Was Eduardo Alfonso ever a...
He was not a Cardinal, I don't think. Good guess, though.
Oh, Keith Hernandez is a very obvious one.
Jason Isringhausen.
Oh, Izzy. That's a great one.
I'm finding stuff that I didn't get on my first poll, so.
I'll go with Izzy. I would have gotten
Yep, Isringhausen.
5%. And a Met short up. I got one for you.
Yep.
Bill Allman.
Bill Allman. Ooh. That's a good one.
0.2%. Yes.
What a poll. That is a solid poll.
I remember being like
Ooh.
10 years old and they're like, hey, we got this new shortstop, Bill Allman. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, that's a rare one. All right, a Yankee and a Red.
Easy one's Paul O'Neill. You can also do Sonny Gray.
Yeah, that was
Jose Trevino, another easy one.
There's got to be like some old-timey fucker. You know, some fucking old.
Did Zach Duke ever play for the Yankees?
Ooh.
I don't know if he did.
Jabba Chamberlain. What happened to Jabba after?
He didn't play for the Reds. I think it was Tigers, Yankees.
Aaron Boone. That's another one. Jose Rio.
Aaron Boone, Jose Rio.
Austin Kearns.
Austin Kearns. I read these before. Yeah, I think who else? What else was?
Oh, another Yankee Met would be Harrison Bader.
Master Bader. Yeah, Master Bader. He was there briefly.
Yeah, I thought El Duque was a Red for sure. Ooh, Ken Griffey Sr. is a good one. I like that one. Let's do that one.
Yep, let's do Ken Griffey. Why not? The OG Ken Griffey.
7%. That's high. All right, Cubs and Yankees. Was Dave Martinez?
I don't know. Ooh. I mean, for mine, I did the easy one's Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, that one's
super easy. Aroldis
yeah,
Chapman. That's an easy
one.
Yes.
Dave Robertson, yeah. Was no, Ricky Henderson was never a Cub. Ricky Henderson was also a Met
Ricky
Yankee.
Was never a Cubby.
Gosh, so many Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rizzo, Soriano, Starling Castro.
Yeah. Rich Hill? Did he ever play for the Yankees?
Dick Mountain.
I don't know if he
Dick
did.
Mountain? No, I don't think so. Let's do Starling Castro.
Yeah, I'll do Starling Castro, Bruno Mars.
Yeah. 3%. That's a good one. All right. Reds, Midwest America, Reds and Cardinals.
Easy one, Scott Rowland.
Oh,
but I'm trying to think who else would be like a Master Bader.
Harrison Bader?
Harrison Bader. Yep, he played for the Cardinals. You got to start there.
There you go, 3%. Cubs and Cardinals. This one, okay.
Lou Brock, Ernie Broglio, that infamous trade. I'm trying to think who else.
No.
No, Dietrich was a Red. He was never a Cub.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think who else. Jason Hayward.
Hayward?
Yep, Hayward was a Cardinal.
I like that
for a
one.
Minute.
I like that one. 14%, too high. All right. A Cub who played shortstop.
Ooh.
Really tough one, Ernie Banks. No one would.
Ernie Banks, super easy one. Ryan Sandberg.
Sandberg was a second baseman, but
second baseman. I don't know if he played shortstop like for a game or two.
Probably Sean Dunston is easy.
Yeah, Dunston's an easy
Alex
one.
Gonzalez.
Alex Gonzalez. Javi Baez.
Javi Baez. Yeah, everyone remembers Gonzalez because he made that fucking error.
Yep. And nobody blamed him for it instead of Bartman.
Ryan Terrio. Jeff Blauser played shortstop for the. All right, I'm going with the Peanut Gallery.
Blauser would probably be the one. I thought he was a Brave, but Blauser wouldn't be a bad one.
1%.
Yeah, shit.
Straight pull.
I didn't realize he was a Cubby. Pokey Reese.
Oh, Pokey Reese is a good one. Gosh, think of a utility guy.
Chris Sabo.
Sabo probably did play shortstop. It's probably too obvious, but I'm sure he played short. Yep. Let's go. A 1%. What was our rarity score? How do you show summary?
Lower score than me.
35.
35. You got better than me.
All right. Let's do football. Ooh. Seattle, a Cowboy, and
Dallas.
a
Cowboy and a Seahawk.
Joey Galloway. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep, Joey Galloway, Earl Thomas. Wait,
Earl
did
Thomas?
ever play for Dallas?
No,
he
he's
never played for Dallas.
Cowboy.
He was rumored to be playing for Dallas,
Ken
but he was never
Hamlin.
actually a Cowboy.
Oh, I'm thinking of a quarterback. Dave Craig ever?
No, I don't think Craig was ever in Dallas.
Joey Galloway's like super obvious.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence, super obvious.
Yep, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Let's just do Ken Hamlin because it's just obvious.
Yeah.
2%. Let's go. Ooh, a Seahawk and a Titan.
Easiest one's Warren Moon, but
Oh, yeah.
that's an easy one.
That's was. I'm thinking of a quarterback. No, Fitzmagic never played for Seattle.
Jordan Brooks never played for Tennessee, did he?
Oh, Hasselbeck is correct. Hasselbeck was a Titan. I want to do that one.
I don't think Matt Hasselbeck.
31%. All right, a Jet and a Cowboy. Ooh.
Hmm.
Jet and a Cowboy. Because I'm a cowboy. And on a steel horse I ride. And I'm a Jet. Oh, Vinny Testaverde's a good one.
Yep, Testaverde. That's the one I had. Trying to think. Glenn Foley? No, Glenn Foley was never a Cowboy.
Miles Austin, yeah. Oh, Michon. I like that one. I like Michon Johnson. That one's obvious, but I like it.
Keyshawn?
Obviously.
Yep.
And then did
I had
Uche
Steve
ever play?
Berline.
Did Uche
No, he
ever
never.
play?
He got
He
cut.
never
He
suited
got
up
cut.
for
Yeah, I thought about him, but I realized he got cut.
Yeah, he signed, but he never.
Yep.
All right, who'd you say for
Steve Berline.
was a Cowboy and a Jaguar? I
Yep.
don't think Berline was ever a Jaguar.
Yeah, Berline was a Jaguar for a hot minute, for a year, and then he went to Carolina.
Okay. Let's do it. Oh, 8%. Okay. A Jet and a Titan. That would be Fitzmagic.
Fitzpatrick. I'm trying to think of some old Oilers who would have bounced around. Ooh.
Fitzmagic. You know.
Neil O'Donnell.
Okay. That's a
Fuck Neil O'Donnell, but it's Neil O'Donnell.
3%, nice. And then a
I had
Titan and a
Ernest
Jag.
Gibbons. Ernest Gibbons.
For Titan and Jags?
Yep. He was an Oiler, so it was count. 'Cause they have the history.
I'll do that. Ernest Gibbons. How many Gibbons are there?
Givins.
Oh, okay. 2%. That's good. All right, now we got defensive play. 10 plus sacks, and this is going to be tough.
Yep.
Seattle's
Seahawks
never had a great
Cliff Averill, Leonard Williams, not Leonard Williams. I mean, Michael Bennett,
Oh yeah.
Cortez Kennedy.
Let's do Kennedy. Boom. 16%. Jets. That's Gastineau. I can't
Bryce
think of
Huff.
anybody else.
Bryce Huff. He had 10 before he went to
Oh wow. And then a Jaguar is Ngakwe.
Ngakwe, Tony Brackens.
Let's do Brackens.
Yeah. John
Uche
Henderson. Wait, did
crush
Henderson
this.
ever? Yeah.
Yeah, and ready to score 91. All right, you got to do Puckdoku, but do it different.
I've already did Puckdoku. Yeah, I'll do Puckdoku. Why not?
But you can do it different. Oh, let's make it challenging. You can do Puckdoku, but you can't use any answers you used earlier.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Can you
and I had Del
reset it for the
Vecchio, and he
day?
actually just died. Yes, correct. Ooh, okay. So here we go.
You can't use any that you used before. An
Fancy,
Oiler and a
fancy,
Bruin.
fancy.
I get like one of these.
Yeah. Oiler and a Bruin. I kind of messed up on a few of these earlier, but I'm trying to figure out who would be like a proper answer. Like I had Bob Beers for the first one, but I got to figure out someone different now,
Yeah.
which sucks ass.
You got to remember
Sucks.
what you said before and then pick somebody different.
Sucks. As sucks. Sucks all the dicks. Let's see what else was here. I'll come back to this one. Boston, Montreal. There's so many you can pick from here. Oof. Jesus. Like, take your pick of guys. Like, whoever, Montreal and Boston. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I'll come back to this one. Boston played on one team. Lane Locker. Played on one team for Detroit. Ooh, one team for Detroit. Mark Major.
Oh, wow.
He was a former Penguins pick. That's
one team with 500 assists? Oh, my gosh. That'd be Brad
that's
Hart.
going to be tough. Ooh, Ted Kennedy. God damn
Nope.
it.
Wrong Ted Kennedy. Senator Kennedy.
Montreal 500 assists with, I mean, you have to play on Montreal, so it's a little different here. Carbonneau? Andrew Castles? Yeah, Andrew Castles.
There you go.
Edmonton 500 assists.
Oh, that's easy, right?
I don't know about easy. I mean, well, there are a bunch. You just got to figure out who's the most obscure. Coffee, Gretzky, Messier, Curry, Glenn Anderson. Ooh,
I wonder if Yari Curry got 500 assists in his career.
He did.
He was
I think
such a
that was my
goal
guess.
scorer. Yeah.
You anyone in the 80s? I mean, you dominated.
Niall Yakupov. Did he get 500
No,
assists?
Yakupov, no. Gagne didn't get 500. I don't think McDavid's there yet. I don't know if Dreisaitl's there yet. I think they're close. But
Did Craig McTavish? McTavish probably got 500 in his career.
McTavish potentially. He was more of a defensive guy though, so I'm not entirely.
He just played for so long.
Bernie Nichols.
1%. Nice.
Bernie. Jimmy Carson. That's probably an easy one. Yeah, 3%. Montreal, Detroit. Ooh. Grant Gilchrist. Montreal, Boston. I mean, as I said, there are a bunch of names you can pick from. Just choose like shoot fish in a barrel, and you'll probably get an answer here.
Oh gosh, there's so many, right?
Yeah, exactly. Rick Green? No, wait, that's Montreal, Detroit. That would have been Rick Green. I don't know about Montreal, Boston. Nails, Chris Nyland, 13%. Figure that would have been a little more obscure. And then Edmonton, Boston, Crucial Niski.
Oh,
Keep going
man.
one more time with 500 assists. Let's
And
go.
played on one team.
Yep.
Played on one team. 500 assists. Played on one
Yvon
team.
Cournoyer. Really? Not Cournoyer? What the fuck? Aurel Joliet. Really? Fucking not Aurel Joliet. Morenz? It has to be Howie Morenz, right? What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
500. I mean, gosh, who's some? Did Bobby Orr play only with Boston?
No, he played with Chicago.
Oh, golly, this is tough. There's probably very few guys that played.
Yep.
They'd have to be old school.
Henrik Sedin.
Henrik Sedin, one of the sisters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see who else fits that category.
Sidney Crosby, Lemieux, Yzerman, Sakic, Lidstrom, Malkin, Jean Beliveau.
Patrice.
Jonathan Taves. That won't
Anjay-
be anytime soon.
Yeah, Anja Kopitar.
Mitch Marner won't be
Zetterberg
there
played
either.
all. I forgot Zetterberg played.
I had Del Vecchio for my first guess. Dennis Potvin.
Letang.
Daniel Sedin at 500.
Nate McKinnon.
Wayne Cashman.
Wayne Cashman. That's a Roman Yossi.
Roman Yossi,
500
Thomas
career
Steen.
assists. And John Carlson.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Well, we've
Well,
got
we
a
had a
few
show,
more before we
boys.
go.
Yes.
Lightning Jr. Hello. Football's getting close. 3 and 5 points. Vince, you have another football history video to work on. What will it be? Also, second time donating.
Thank you.
Oh, in terms of football history, I want to do the Jets half-century failure. Hey, the Pirates actually got the lead. Yay. Fuck you, Phil Mayton. But what about your video if you had a football history video to work on, man?
What do you mean? If I
In
was
terms
going to
of
do
if you had another football history video to work on.
I have one in development. It's going to be every stadium to host an NFL game ever.
Nice.
That one's going to be a fucking monster. But I'm probably going to unleash it during the football season. But yeah, I mean, you're talking 250 plus stadiums.
Yep.
You know.
Tony Williams for 5. How many likes or how much money for a Days of Our Steelers season 3? Tony, we haven't had season 2 yet. No. Be sure to get Grossi involved somehow. No Days of Our Steelers, Tony.
Yeah, dude. Aaron Rodgers is going to give you manna. Manna.
I don't want manna. I don't want it. I just want to fucking enjoy and do history videos. I don't want to do fucking Steelers drama. For fuck's sake. And Nick Kovac, hardest video I ever wrote for Tree comes out tomorrow. Ooh, very nice.
Okay.
I didn't think it'd be ready so soon, my man. I just got the vocals to you this morning. Definitely, Nick. I'll bring out the Jeebus for that, especially with the content.
Bring out your Jeebus.
I'll keep it a surprise. More or less the hint. I am not drinking ayahuasca. Suck my dick. I love you, MKI, but suck my dick. And yes, the Marlins have won 8 straight. I don't get it. And yeah, I was ironically saying that. I actually had Alex Del Vecchio as my answer, and then I didn't realize he was still alive. That's surprising. Rest in peace, Alex Del Vecchio.
Yeah.
So you have any parting words before we go, Mr. 5 Points?
Yeah. You suck.
Oh, you suck dicks too.